Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while and I'm sure at least one of you has been wondering where the Deltarune Knight, has been for what has it been? About a month now. The answer is simple. There was an exam. I felt burnt out. There was a festival. Now we are here, and today it's not a regular. It's not a regular podcast that I do normally. This uh, as you can probably see um, posting me probably hasn't added any like chapters and timestamps or stuff. That's because today's podcast is a little different. Instead of discussing like multiple topics, I'm going to discuss a singular one topic, and that topic, it's more of a mini theory really, is how the party system in Deltarune is going to be managed going forward in future chapters. And mm, and the reason I'm going through this is, um, well, not according to Ralsei, according to Ralsei, I meant to say his name's pronunciation, all of that. According to him, in the prophecy, he it states that the Delta warriors that comprise a human, a monster, and uh, you know, and Prince from the Dark. The last one being especially cryptic, you know, for lower reasons and all of that, are the three warriors that are meant to face against the roaring. But then in chapter two, Noel joins the party, and I and a few months back I started wondering, if we are going to get like a new party member each chapter or so. Oh, I felt that and at the end of the game there is probably going to be some form of customization of our party, like we get to choose what party members we have, before we face off against the final boss, or final couple of bosses or so, we need to go in to a particular area or so with only two other party members other than Chris or so, um, for reasons of, I don't know, that's for reasons. And you know it would be more, I would say, like it would be more impactful, I think, if we had different, we can choose what party members are there with us, and we can see what each one gives a response to the roaring and like defeating the bosses and such. Maybe some will be hopeful, some will not be as positive about it, like probably like Susie. you looking your you know Looking at the fact that she is more inclined towards being negative and all of that. Raja is probably going to be positive regarding the whole thing and all of that. Like, if we can choose what party members we have, we can get different reactions and all of that, and that would probably be cool. Of course, Toby can go the other route of, the other party members are just temporary, and you know the we are always meant to have the final party of Chris, Susie, and Ralze, and that works too. Uh, After all, they are the three main characters that we have. But that I don't think. In my personal opinion, I don't think it would be as cool. Like it, it would be more like enjoyable, I think, to the players if at at some point in the game we can start picking what party members we have. You don't get me wrong, but for particular story sections it only makes sense for us to have particular party members and so on. Like if it's a holiday, a holiday family, based question or something, it would definitely make sense that we have Noel and probably Chris too, because they are more familiar with the family. And for a Susie based question, it would make sense that Susie has to be in the party. And while thinking about this, my mind somehow immediately went to another game that I haven't played, but uh, I have seen a musical on it from man on the internet, so I know somewhat about the game. Not, and I'm not talking about Undertale, which you probably already figured out which game I'm talking about. I'm talking about Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger. The if I remember correctly, it's supposed to be like a older game compared to the other games that I know about. Uh, aside from Pokemon and Mario, of course. Uh, and the reason my mind immediately went to Chrono Trigger is like, you know, it has like a similar party system, like not battle mechanics, but in terms of party system and all of that, it was kind of similar in my opinion. Like, at, let me just give you a brief summary. At the beginning of the story, what party members we have is almost entirely the game basically walks us through it. Like, we only in the beginning of the game we only have the main character named Chrono. Then one of his friends joins him. Then they team up with another person, and all of that. Almost all of that part is like the game decides for us which party members we have. Like for most of the time, but at the um, like and near the ending segments, I believe it's almost nearly up to us what party members we have. But even after that, some, if I remember properly, some questions is kind of require us to have particular party members with us in order to progress said quest line. For example, a character named Frog has a quest line dedicated to him, so obviously we need to have him in the party in order for us to, you know, get some character development for him, and so on. And don't get me wrong, Toby Fox, if I'm very sure, definitely has at least knows a little bit about Chrono Trigger, because I might put it on screen about right now. But Susie's victory animation, I mean, like victory pose after the end of each fight, or maybe it's like at the beginning of the chapter two, like the fun gang gives us like a pose. Each of them gives a pose and all of that. Susie's pose is almost identical to that of Chrono in Chrono Trigger, if I remember properly. So yeah, Toby definitely knows the game. So I mean, it would make sense for him to pull some inspiration from it. And like I said, the whole like the story decides the party members for us until the near the end, where we can choose our party members, is kind of similar. Like I said, that might happen in Deltarune, and that's kind of literally what happens in Chrono Trigger. So you know, well, this was not really much of like a theory and all of that. It was more of like uh, more of like a little side tangent that I had, but I currently cannot think about like anything else right now. So, you know, and just to be clear, what I mean here is that you know how the prophecy is vague, as in so vague that it literally just say that a human, a monster, and a prince from the dark are the Delta warriors that face off against the roaring. And while it does show like a Chris-like portrait, a Susie-like portrait, and one that vaguely similar to Razzie, well, you know, it does just verbally just say that it is a human monster and prince from the dark. So as long as we have a human, which is probably Chris, unless we get a crazy twist in that another human character joins us, a monster which is almost the entirety of any hometown character that we get, and Prince from the Dark, which other than Ralsei, we already have, well, Lancer for one, and we will probably get other characters from the, playable characters from the monarchy of the other Dark Worlds. So, you know, there's that. So it can really fit in with the prophecy as well. There is that. Oh, also not for nothing, but uh, in the game Chrono Trigger, we have a boss we fight, and if we go to secret location, no, a kind of secret location later, we can find said boss, and he will become a part of our party. Uh, we can of course actually choose not to make him a part of the party, but that's what later. But that's not for nothing, but that kind of sounds like something that we can do with Birdly probably. Considering unless it's a route, obviously. Like there is a lot of evidence for Birdly at some point probably joining the party. So yeah. Anyway, sorry if this video is a little short, and sorry if you didn't find it as much as interesting. But currently, this is the only one, and I could find, and it's getting somewhat late in the night, so this is the only short topic that I could think of. So, see you later. Bye for now.